First at 6, a scam that can cost you your property is still targeting Maine landowners, and in some cases, the same victims twice.
Yeah, last year the I-Team showed you how scammers are posing as Maine landowners to sell vacant land.
Now, state lawmakers are forming a commission to find solutions, but while they meet, the I-Team is on your side digging into steps that could help bury deed fraud.
So I turn the corner down there and I drive up, and there's a for sale sign in front of my lot.
We first met Mark Labello last year when someone posing as him tried to sell his land in Kennebunkport.
Something needs to be done. It's far too easy.
Just last month, it happened again.
He said, gee, what's going on? Because I thought that, once I was victimized once, that perhaps this would stop, and it didn't stop.
York County Sheriff Bill King says in this new case, all done through email, the scammer asked a realtor to not put a sign on Labello's property, saying they didn't want to alarm the neighbors. When the realtor showed up to take photos, they ran into those neighbors and realized then the seller was all an act.
It is frustrating for law enforcement because these things happen and we can't find the individuals that did it.
This past spring, the I-Team sat down with the FBI, who told us the reason these criminals are so hard to catch is because they are mostly overseas. Sheriff King says thanks to the I-Team's coverage, more realtors are spotting the warning signs. But the scammers aren't giving up.
There's nothing you can do to stop somebody from trying.
The I-Team wanted to know if the landowners we've met were targeted because of a data leak. Eva Velasquez with the Identity Theft Resource Center says it's safe to assume everyone's data is compromised.
All of the information that would be needed to pretend to be a landowner, a home seller, it's all available out there on the dark web and increasingly on the public web.
She says the real problem is how fast these deals go through. In some Maine counties like York, you can sign up for a fraud alert, but it only tells you about a title transfer after it's done. In a world of instant online transactions, Velasquez says that's far too late.
So we need these kinds of alerts going out before the title is transferred. Hey, are you trying to make this change? Now, that's a huge infrastructure change, and this is a place where government needs to step in.
Here in Maine, that step is starting. Lawmakers just approved a commission to find ways to prevent deed fraud. We're told stakeholders are now being appointed, with meetings to begin soon after.
We would love to be involved because we've developed the system.
John Dovidio helps run Equity Protect. It's a company recently formed to fight deed fraud.
But there's nothing out there that's really doing anything for the property owner to allow them to be safe and secure. And that's where we step in.
Dovidio says when land sales moved online, scammers saw an open door, zeroing in on properties that are paid off or owned by people living out of state.
For a few dollars a month, you can subscribe to a service where not only are you able to find that kind of data out, but you can also find out phone numbers, email addresses, and get access to the digitized record so you can get a copy of the last recorded deed.
Equity Protect solution, lock the title like a credit freeze. Landowners pay for this protection, where a title attorney then verifies any sale with the owner before moving forward. The company partners with counties nationwide and says at least half the properties they survey are at risk.
As AI expands, the ability of creating fraudulent documents is going to get easier and more challenging to know what's real and what's not real.
In York County,
realtors have got to know that this is still happening.
Sheriff King says right now, those committing deed fraud are always one step ahead.
Do you think more will continue to happen if the commission does not act soon?
It depends on what the commission does. I mean, all the commission is going to do is make recommendations. Yeah. So we'll really have to wait till after the next legislative session. But I'm hopeful that something will be done. Remember, as Maine goes, so goes the nation. So I think we can lead the fight on this.
Other states are cracking down, like New York, which just made deed fraud a felony. But Equity Protect says while it's good, the crime is getting attention. Stiff penalties won't stop the real culprits, most of whom are overseas and nearly impossible to catch. While we wait for the commission, the Identity Theft Resource Center says everyone in a big transaction, from the realtor to the buyer, should stay skeptical. And if your county offers fraud alert, that is a free step which can help.